also want to talk about this really profound story that you share in the beginning, this embodied experience of her, again, capital H, through your experience of childbirth. I'd love for you to share the story and then I'll continue my commentary.
Yeah. Well, and this was my second child, and I had an experience at a business conference, several months before that, I guess, that had sort of opened this door for me of inquiry about just different spiritual traditions and different ways of being. And so my pregnancy also felt very connected to that in a way. But it wasn't until I was in that experience that there was sort of the piece fell in that this was specifically, I was connecting with the sacred feminine. And so for this is my son. I had chosen not to have a medicated birth. I wanted to have this experience. I just wanted to know. I wanted to know what it would be like. I had done the whole traditional epidural, everything with my daughter 3 years earlier. And so in that moment, it was, it's like, yeah, I got this, to the point of like, I don't have this. This is the worst experience I've ever had in my life. This is pain like I cannot imagine. It felt like there was like a demon hitting me in the back with a sledgehammer over and over and over again, like every 30 seconds. And there is nothing that can be done to stop it, and I'm asking for the epidural. And at this point, I'm like, it's fine. And my partner told me later, the woman, the nurse was like, okay, let me see if we can get the anesthesiologist. And then she looked over my head at my partner and looks at him and was like, nope. That ship has sailed. Like, that's not going to happen. But like in that moment, there's a lot of resistance to pain, right? Like we just clinched, but there is you kind of hit this deer in the headlights moments where I can do nothing except surrender to the terribleness and the intensity of this experience. And that's when everything starts going. It just is like whoosh, all the energy. And I became very aware of this. Just the size of the energy, like you can't even put it into words, that is moving through you as a child, is a being is coming into the world. It is a force like I have never known. And all I really had to do was just get out of its way and let it have its way with me. And whatever was going to happen to me was going to happen to me. I had to just open to that and allow it to happen. And I felt, after, I can't remember if it was right during or after he was born, but I had this just tremendous feeling. Well, first of all, that women are, freaking heroes. Anybody who tells me that a woman is not strong, I just want to laugh in their face. Like it's absurd. But also this massive connection to all these women, just not my lineage, but just all these women through time who had brought life into the world. Like that's how we all got here. None of us got here without a mother. Like it's just, it's so amazing. And I think that was the door opening. I keep using the door opening, that metaphor. The door got kicked open even further to be like, I've been studying a lot of these spiritual traditions. And how come nobody's talking about this wild, sacred, profound moment of childbirth? How could I have consumed all this information and this knowledge and sat in meditation and done all these courses and never heard about this? And that was when I realized, oh, wait a minute. They've all been men. My teachers have been men, and the gods were men. And, their spokespeople and their divine child was all men. And they cannot tell me about what they haven't experienced. And that was really the first time that I realized, this thing that I am seeking has a feminine face. It is connected to my experience of how I know myself as a woman.
One of the comments that you made in the book, along with that story, is that your body knew what to do when you surrendered. And I think that's what's so profound. And that's a theme that I'm exploring with menstruation, actually, is that same, like your body knows what to do. And that same idea of surrender allows the process to happen more deeply. And I'm menstruating right now actively. So like I'm saying that's something that I actively practice now while I'm menstruating and I'm in so much pain that I'm like, what happens?